Good evening. I'm Tom Katsuleas, President of the University of Connecticut. Welcome to New Student Convocation. I've been looking forward to welcoming you to UConn for months now, not being sure exactly what I was going to say because not being sure exactly what our fall was going to look like, much like I'm sure you were thinking. But I did know I would say this. Welcome to the beginning of your college careers, your new university, your new community, your new home. Years from now, you'll be able to tell your grandchildren you began college during the historic pandemic of 2020. And if history is any indication, some of those grandchildren will also be grandchildren of other students watching with you right now. But enough of that. I'm sure that by then you won't remember much of anything I said, except maybe that I was wearing a blue mask and I said Black Lives Matter. Two things that define this moment in our history. But I hope you will remember how you felt, and that was a little bit excited and maybe a little bit nervous. I also hope that you will remember that was the day you were welcomed in to a special community of Huskies, one that you will be part of for life. You have chosen to pursue your education at one of the nation's top public research universities. Not the easiest path you could have chosen, but a great one. Because you will learn from scholarly faculty, creating new knowledge and sharing their passion and insight with you at a time when the world is changing so fast, there simply is no standard textbook that could have guided you. You're also joining a community of scholars and a community of trust. What does that mean? It means you're a part of a community dedicated to the pursuit of truth and knowledge, excellence, respect, and equity. A community willing to speak out for its values, but as importantly, a community willing to listen to perspectives that are very different from their own, as long as they're respectfully expressed. Now, I would like to specifically address those students who will be learning remotely this semester. Welcome, and thank you. Why thank you? Your online enrollment is helping us to de-densify our campuses and make our entire community safer. You may be physically distant, but you are very much present in our hearts and minds. Turning next to residential students, thank you for enduring 2 weeks of quarantine and other sacrifices to keep us safe. I am confident you will have the residential college experience you seek, including social connections and intellectual collisions with people from different backgrounds and different ideas, the heart of what a college experience is all about. Albeit with some accommodations for safety, like this mask, which keeps creeping, I'm afraid to say. To all of you, let's approach the challenges of the coming year, including COVID, with humility and determination, with the comfort of knowing it will be a successful and wonderful year, even if we don't know what form that will take. And we will succeed because we have each other and our strong sense of community to make us resilient and able to adapt to whatever changes the landscape may present. I invite you to cheer on our talented student performers from the School of Fine Arts, dancers, musicians, actors, and puppeteers who have virtual programs planned for you throughout the semester. I also invite you to sign up for a 1-credit university course bringing scholarly perspectives to anti-Black racism beginning on September 14th. Finally, I look forward to the time when we can once again cheer on our teams on the courts, fields, water, and ice, perhaps at first in family pods and virtually, but eventually in person and together. I don't know exactly when that time will come. I do know it will not be too soon, but neither will it be too long. So once again, welcome to the start of your college journey. Welcome to UConn. Now, let's take a minute to learn a little bit more about the impressive class of 2024 with this video.
Contemporary or original, nothing like it, never seen it like this before. Authenticated, no identical, there's one in only. I'm one of a kind.
You're going to meet a lot of people at UConn who will influence the course of your life. In fact, you probably already have. Our next speaker is certainly one of those people. 7 days a week from sunrise to sunset, and sometimes long after sunset, she's focused on the needs of our students. Please join me in welcoming UConn's Dean of Students, Ellie Doherty. Ellie.
My friends, I am so happy that we are here today, albeit virtually. We are one UConn, always one, always dynamic and diverse, and you are the best and brightest and frankly, the bravest right now as we return to school during a global pandemic. We are better because of the many identities and perspectives that you all hold. We honor you and what you bring to our UConn. Now, many of us are physically distant, but we could not be more united. As I shared with you in an email a while back, our normal for the fall is not forever, but it is now. Our normal for now is laden with compromise and new behaviors that are essential for us to maintain our health on campus. UConn Promise is a call for compassion and care for one another. Now, more than ever, we ask that you join us in our commitment to wearing masks in public, maintaining physical distancing, monitoring our health, and serving as an ally to the diversity of ideas and individuals that make up our community. We want to be here. I do, and you do. I can't tell you how much it means to me to be standing on this stage, connecting all of us virtually with the magic that is always the UConn experience. This year is a special year. It is our entering and residential students who are our pioneers. It is you, our youngest members of the UConn community, who are defining the college experience during a time of global uncertainty. You are the brave ones, and I have admired each and every one of you for making it possible for us to be here today. We are stronger because of all of you. And now you will show us the way as we return to classes on Monday. Thank you for being that light for UConn. We are Huskies, together across the world, now more than ever.
Thank you, Ellie. One of the most important things to do at UConn is find your passion and get involved. There are roughly 700 student clubs and organizations, so the chances are, whatever your interests, you'll find fellow students who share them. I'm very happy now to welcome two people who can tell you all about what it's like to get involved in UConn student life. Please join me in welcoming undergraduate student body president Will Shad and Chief of Staff Damani Douglas. Will?
Good evening, class of 2024. My name is Will Shad, and I'm your student body president. We, as UConn students, are about to embark on one of the most challenging academic experiences of our time. It's going to be tough, but I have absolute confidence that every single one of us is going to make it through. However, far more pressing than the academic challenges are the personal ones. For those of you living on campus, the past 2 weeks, we've been engaging in social distancing to keep our community safe. For those commuting or staying at home, these weeks have been difficult as we are preparing for a semester like we've never seen before. To the students who are feeling isolated or alone during these times, I have been where you are. I transferred into UConn halfway through my freshman year, and I had no idea what I was doing. Even without a pandemic, finding my place at this school was difficult, and it took time. What you may be feeling right now is normal, and you aren't alone. There is a place for you here, somewhere. Sometimes you just have to keep looking. With these times, we are also presented with another very unique opportunity. The current social and political climate of the UConn and the United States is hurting. But we have a unique chance right now to change the future of our community and of our country. Through the hundreds of student groups, dozens of advocacy organizations, and even through student government itself. Be active. get involved, engage in your community. Even in this remote climate, there are hundreds of ways to be involved. You can register to vote for the national election. You can join a student group and plan campus-wide demonstrations. You can run for one of 30 student senate seats up for election this September. Class of 2024, as this semester starts and your college experience begins, take it in. Live in the moment. I wish I could tell you what this year is going to be like, but I can't. Nobody can. I do know that none of you are going to be the same person you are right now. Embrace that. Embrace that growth and change that your first year of college will bring you. Embrace the challenges and struggles that we're all going to go through together. And most importantly, embrace how we are all overcoming everything that 2020 has thrown at us. Welcome to UConn, class of 2024. And now I have the honor of introducing the Chief of Staff for the Undergraduate Student Government, Damani Douglas.
Good evening, UConn. My name is Damani Douglas, and if you'll allow me, I'd like to be the fourth person tonight to welcome the class of 2024 to be a part of our community. Huskies of 2024, welcome to UConn. Let's stop for a moment to think about what that means. You all are the class of 2024. According to the dictionary, welcome means to greet with hospitality and courtesy. So this leaves UConn and the Huskies. According to US News, UConn is the 24th best public education institution in the nation. According to ESPN, the Huskies are a basketball team that collects rings the way your high school teachers collected homework. But in the years I've been here, I have come to know that UConn is more than a school and the Huskies are more than a team. 2 years ago tonight, I found myself sitting on the grass not very far from where I stand now. I was looking up at the president of the student body, a tall black woman named Amma. She spoke about her 3 years of experience as she headed into her senior year. 2 years later, my experience has been so different. In my time as a Husky, I've had my heart broken by a woman, and a year later, repaired by a man. I've added majors and dropped minors. I visited the White House, and I spent a spring break in Brazil. The UConn that I met 2 years ago is not the same UConn that you are about to meet. But the UConn that Amma met in 2016 was not the same one she introduced me to 2 years ago. So what is UConn, and who are the Huskies? UConn is an experience so alluring that some of you locked yourselves in your rooms for 2 weeks just to get 1 semester of it. Huskies are a group of people so brilliant that this university gives out grants just for having ideas. UConn is a community where social distancing cannot keep us apart. And the well-being of our community brings us together. Huskies rally behind their friends of color as we come to a point where it becomes clearer than ever that the deck is stacked against us. At a time when so much of this nation is in turmoil, for many, UConn is a place of stability. But none of that comes from the city of Mansfield or any building on any campus. UConn does not mold you into something. It is you who molds UConn into something exceptional. At this time, I would like to invite Huskies of the class of 2024 from Storrs to Stanford, here in Connecticut, across the nation and across oceans, to light your candles. Huskies, there's a shining spirit in each and every one of you. And tonight, I ask that for the next 4 years, you share just some of it with this community. Your power, your voice, and your spirit will shape your peers, your professors, and UConn. So keep those lights burning. Class of 2024, if there's one thing I want you to take away, it's this. UConn is not what Huskies make of it. Huskies make UConn what it is. Huskies of 2024, raise up your candles with Will and light the torch as he welcomes you to the University of Connecticut.
Thank you, Will and Damani, for those eloquent and inspiring remarks. Thank you, Dean Ellie. And thank you once again, everyone who joined us for Convocation. No matter how you're joining our community, remotely, on campuses, or commuting, you are now a full-fledged member of Husky Nation. I'm excited about our future together, and I can't wait to see what you have in store for us. Go Huskies!